Network.
Everyone in this arena has a money stake in one of our favorite couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Bundy.
Steady now, steady, gang. It's nice to have you with us. Thank you for tuning in on Tattletales. Surprising what $1.50 will do to an audience, you know. You're going to have fun today, I promise you that. You at home and you here are going to win more than $1.50. I promise you that, because here's the gang's going to do it for you. Winning money for the blue section today from Tattletales, Susan Howard and her husband, Mr. Calvin Chrane. As you can see, we have a rather mild group in the blue section today.
Today we're going to do it blue.
Okay. That will be fine. I hope that you do, because the mood they're in, they could turn hostile any moment. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
How are things going on Tattletales? I must tell you, I love the show, and Barry, of course, is one of my old friends.
I love him. Yeah.
Terrific guy. Calvin, how are you, sir?
Doing just fine.
Yes? You have been doing fine. You usually do very well on the show. Well, we won't mention totals, but you've been doing fine. Winning money today for the banana section. It seems only fitting that they should be there. Mr. George Hamilton and his wife, Alana. Bananas, I should tell you, it's a half-hour show, and we won't make it. How are you, gang?
Great.
Ready to go?
Yes, great,
You
yeah.
both look smashing, as always.
Bananas ready to go?
Yes. George, are bananas on your diet? I know that you're very diet conscious. I've seen you talking about that.
Sure, there are a lot of bananas in my diet.
Really?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
And my wife's on my diet.
I
She's a
see
banana.
that. Moving right along. Winning money today for the red section. Oh, there she is. For the Mary Tyler Moore Show, you must remember Betty White and her husband, Allen Ludden. Well, that's our show, folks.
Say something nice now. You say nice to all these young folks. Say something nice.
You know, truly, we've missed you. You haven't been here for a while.
Haven't been here for. You know why?
Why?
We were terrible the last.
That's not true. The red section just fell off their chairs. It's nice to have you back again.
Good to be back.
And here comes the first question. It's worth $150, and it's for you fellas. Men, we know this couldn't happen. But if your wife were having an affair, would it bother you more if it were with an ex-boyfriend from her past or a man she had just recently met? You're in big trouble either way. Think it over, fellas. We'll be back in a moment. Just for fun, it's hypothetical, of course. Would it bother Calvin more if it were an ex... Both would, of course.
Both would bother
Which
him.
would bother him more, an ex-boyfriend from the past or somebody you just recently
Oh,
met?
he doesn't really... No, he doesn't listen to me. He doesn't really care about those guys. You see, it's somebody today.
Yeah.
Somebody that he might think might have more going for him today than they had then, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's going to be somebody today.
You'll say somebody you'd only recently met would bother him.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Let's bring him on. Calvin, what would bother you more? If it were a boyfriend from the past or a man she just recently met?
A boyfriend from the past.
Oh,
No, that's not
That really
the banana section is hysterical over that loss.
Well,
Don't
You
take
were
it so
right.
hard.
Boo hit. You were
Yeah,
wrong,
there-
Calvin.
You were
well,
wrong.
I was wrong, but
They are
it
in the
doesn't
past.
seem right.
But you were close, Calvin.
Not
You were
even
very
close.
Okay.
It was the other one, but sorry
Two
about
choices.
that. Alana, what will George say?
Well, he would kill me either way, so there's no way I can win on this question. I have no idea.
Well, it's hypothetical. Of course, it couldn't happen. We're just for
he would
fun.
kill me hypothetically.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't understand those big words anyway. No.
A hypothetic needle, right? In the...
No, I don't know what to say. Help me. What do I say? Yeah. No, but you know what? He's friends. friends with a lot of my old boyfriends. So I'm going to say, yes, he is, and I'm friends with a lot of his old girlfriends. I'm going to say new, someone new.
Someone you just recently met?
Yeah.
All right. That's what she's going to say. Here he comes. What would bother you more, George? A boyfriend from the past or somebody she had just recently met?
I don't like indecision, and I think if she'd marry me and then go back to an old boyfriend, that would be fairly indecisive and a waste of time. So I would say an old boyfriend.
No. But don't feel bad, George. Nobody's gotten it right. Anyway, Betty, guess what? You and Alan can get the whole thing here.
If we get it right.
Oh, yes, of course.
Knowing Alan, and knowing me, and knowing my old boyfriend, I think he would be sorrier to see it with an old boyfriend than he would with somebody new.
Really? Does Alan know the old boyfriend of whom we speak? Or to whom we speak? Does, eh?
Not too often to whom we speak.
But of whom, definitely. You'll say someone it would bother him more from a boyfriend from the past. Here he comes now. Alan, guess what? You've got a chance to start things rolling here. No one's gotten it correct. You can get the whole thing on the first question.
Oh,
here
and
for the
I'm
red
reliable in that regard.
Which would bother you more, sir? Would it, if you were having an affair with an ex-boyfriend from the past or someone that Betty had just recently met?
If I ever heard of when did you stop beating your wife question,
Yes, this is it.
Yeah. In neither case do I think it would be too happy a circumstance. However, in Betty's case, I happen to know two of her ex-boyfriends, and they're both very fine gentlemen.
Yeah.
And it would bother me less to have her going back to them than meeting some new guy.
No, that's not... All right. Well,
What did she say? What did
That's like
she...
a license to steal, honey.
I don't think
Let's go.
Wait a minute, Bert.
Yes.
I said it's a hypothetical way. And the likelihood of her going back is,
Yes, Alan, you're still wrong, Alan, no matter what
We
you
lost,
say.
we all
You
lose.
lost, but you all lost. You shouldn't feel bad about it. Everything is fine. Betty just played something over your face on the screen there. Hey,
It
fellas.
was a dumb question.
No, it was, well, it was so dumb you didn't get it, Alan.
Right. What did
listen,
Betty say? What did Betty say?
She said the other answer. Obviously, there were only two answers there, Alan. Maybe
Well,
that's why you're having trouble with this show.
Yeah.
I don't want to press
Oh,
it.
there were only two answers?
Yes,
Oh.
that's right. No one got it right, so this $150 goes over to the next one, making it worth $300, and that will be coming up right after this question. Oh, no way today. Oh, boy.
Kids have a funny way of describing things.
It means sort of that you are fake out. I was there once, and people were spitting down from the top. I think their names are Marty, Castro, and Sal. Mother comes out to start fighting with the other mother, and the father comes out to start fighting with the
See how kids describe everyday words every day.
It all ends up to a big, big fuss.
Watch Child's Play, weekends at 6 p.m. Eastern on Game Show Network.
1900. Toll free 1-800-249-1900.
Well, we're off to a rather shaky start. But everybody's still friends because no one's won any money yet. Now
Don't worry, Bert, we'll
This
pull it
question
out.
is now worth $300 because no one got their first one right. And here we go, guys. It's for you. Men, name one thing that keeps you from being the perfect husband. Off you go, perfect husband. Almost perfect husbands. Alana, we'll start with you.
Can I have a minute to think? It's not
Sure,
fair.
you can take a couple
Is it
seconds.
just one thing?
Yes, it says, now,
Just
we're not saying
one?
there is only one. We're saying name one.
Have you got about an hour?
Are you taking off your shoes, Betty, to count them up?
Oh, no, this isn't for one thing
Just
that keeps
one
him from
thing.
being a perfect husband.
Now, then the thing to do, of course, is
Well, I know what it is. It's the fact that he doesn't, I don't know how to say it, though. It's the fact that he doesn't realize that he thinks he's always right.
right.
He thinks he's always right. He's so positive that he's right about everything.
Always right.
Yes.
And that's the one thing that keeps him from being perfect.
Yes, and he's always wrong because I'm always right.
That's good. Okay, I like that.
He
All
may
right.
not admit it,
You
though.
say he is always right, and that's what keeps, or he thinks he is. That's what
That's
keeps
what
him
he'll
being.
say.
Here he comes now. George, what is that one thing?
Yeah, I'll give you the answer, but I really can't think of anything that would
I know it's hard.
really, Bert, you know. I would say that I'm messy.
No, that's not it.
Well, what is it? What did you say?
I said that you think you're always right.
Well, that's what I was saying first.
Yes, no. See, he still thinks he's right. You're wrong, George. You're absolutely wrong, George. You will always be wrong on this question. You will never get this question right.
Bert, I'm going to dislike you,
Off
Bert.
to a roaring start, darling.
Sorry about that. I love it. Here we go. Betty, what will Alan say?
Listen, after that last question, I'd like to just quit while I'm behind.
No.
I really think that among very few, very short list of things that keeps him from being a perfect husband would be the fact that he does tend to, oh, good.
He can't hear you, right?
That he has a tendency to vacillate on little things. He'll say, that's, the way I feel about it is this. On the other hand, and it drives me up the wall, I would say his tendency to vacillation.
Okay, so...
Would you get what you do with a hypothetical
Yes,
needle?
right. You get a vacillation right in the arm here, don't you, before you go overseas. Okay, let's bring him on. Alan, what is the one thing that you think that keeps you from being perfect? A perfect husband, I should say.
I'm up to about 8.
Okay. Pick one of them, sir.
And I can just take any one of the 8, I think, because I don't know what she's going to think. I can think of 8 good things that keep me not so great.
Well, give us one.
But, I think probably, in her judgment, my indecisiveness.
That's the one. You got
Make him stop talking now, or he'll say, however, on the other.
However, there...
Don't change your mind, Alan. You got
However-
it. No, that's it. You're right. Susan, what will Calvin say?
On the other hand...
Never mind.
I think it has to be his pushiness. If we go someplace to eat, and it's, okay, you through with your coffee, and I've got the coffee cup up here, just about ready to have it in my mouth, and he's saying, okay, here we go. And out
Let's
the
go.
door. Constantly pushing, and it has to be that.
Okay, or something that means the same as
Yes,
that.
right.
All right, here he comes now. Calvin, what is the one thing you think that keeps you from being a perfect husband?
One thing?
Well, we said
all right.
name one thing.
I can think of 2 things that she might have mentioned or that I get a little criticism about. One
Right.
thing, she says I'm a little pushy.
That's the one! I can't believe it. Incredible. Susan and Calvin, Betty and Alan split in half at halftime. That's beautiful done. We'll come back in a moment with the second half, and it's a little while here today, gang. Don't go away.
The 800. Broomback is not available in stores. Call today.
Here we go. We've changed places after halftime. I have the fellas with me. The ladies are in the back on the earphones, and if you're ready, girls, this question is for you. I shouldn't say girls. Does that offend you that I say that?
Not a bit.
What else would you call it?
Not me.
Chairperson.
Feminist. Chairperson. Here comes your next question. Worth $150 as well. A recent poll in Glamour magazine asked what was important to a good marriage. Ranking high on the list were trust and being in love. If you had to choose, which of these would you say is more important to your marriage? Trust or being in love? I don't think I'm glad I don't have to answer it. Off you go, ladies. Alan, we'll start with you. What will Betty say to this?
You don't want to repeat it because you'll get as mixed up as we all are. Then.
Yes.
Trust and being in love are somewhat the same thing in my judgment, but the writers figured that out, I'm sure, in great depth.
Yes.
Congratulations, Ira. No, I'm sure it's an interesting question. I just haven't got it. I think Betty, being the incurable romantic that she is, although I'm sure she's going through the same kind of dilemma. Trust, you gotta have trust to be in love in a way. No, I think she's going to probably say being in love, although I don't think they're mutually exclusive. Oh, you think that Red thing's going to say trust?
Well, you know, on the other hand...
On the other hand, now you're talking like me.
I'm talking like this.
On
If
the
you
other
think
hand,
about it,
see,
though,
this is a terrible
you
game.
could be in love with somebody and not trust them.
I think she's going to say being in love. Wake up, George. Okay. Being in love, she's going to say.
You're going to say being in love. All right, here she comes. Betty, which of these do you think, would you say is more important to your marriage with Alan? To your marriage, trust or being in love?
Well, one is not necessarily exclusive of the other.
That's
but
true.
Yeah.
I just think that trust helps you stay in love.
No, that's not what I was saying. Oh, well, listen, you can't win them all, gang. You're still in the fight here. Don't worry about it. And
But, Betty, you make a lot of sense, and I love the way you think.
yes.
Well, you butt out. Bert and I are talking here, too.
Thank you, Betty. Calvin, what will Susan say?
Well, I think we'll start with the first thing that happened was we fell in love. So listen, trust came later.
Did you trust your emotions, however? No. You say
Yes.
being in love is what
I
you're
think
going to say.
being in love.
Here
First
she
thing
comes.
that happened.
All right. Here she goes. Susan, what would you say is more important to your marriage, trust or being in love?
I think it would be very hard to love somebody that you didn't trust. So I have to say trust.
No, that's not what he said. You're wrong. You see, go figure that.
Watch Hamilton, gang.
This is not easy. Hey, guess what, George? That's not what he said, Susan. I'm
I
sorry,
figured
darling.
that.
You heard that from the
Figured
reaction, hey? All right, George, you got a chance to get the whole thing here.
This is one of those questions that is so loaded that it's ridiculous.
Yes.
Because I wouldn't have married her if I wasn't in love with her. I mean, and so that was the most important thing to the marriage because it motivated the marriage. But right now, the most important thing is trust. Right? So now I'm going to let you make the decision. You tell me what. This man says sex.
Oh, the bananas are always that way.
I'm with you. Now, what is it trust or what? How many people are for trust? How many people are for love? And there's the great silent majority out there.
Yes. What will it be, George? Trust or being in love?
All the women have said trust. You notice that?
Yes.
Yeah, listen to that.
Trust.
And the ladies'
Well,
voices
you're
are
right.
saying trust, too. Okay, trust it is. Here she comes. Alana, no one's gotten the question right. So there's $150 up for grabs right here. You can get the whole thing for the bananas and tie the game 3 ways, in fact. Which do you think is more important to your marriage, trust or being in love?
Well, I haven't gotten any right so far today. I'm just going to take a shot in the dark because I've been sitting here analyzing. I've been doing what Alan does, vacillating. So I'm going to say being in love.
No. Well, we're doing great, guys. That's not what the man
Right,
said.
Johnny,
He
another
said
goodie.
trust. Now, listen. Now, this brings up a very interesting situation, and I'll tell
I
you.
just realized I'm married to a stranger and I want a divorce.
No. Oh, that's funny. That was our next question. No one got this one right, so this $150 goes over to the next question, which is normally worth $300. Now will be worth $450, and we'll come back and wait for that question in just a moment. Which is more important, being in love or trust? That's not easy.
I love to play games.
Which would you rather do, swallow a goldfish or streak?
I'd streak.
Tattletales, weekdays, 4:30 p.m. Eastern.
It is.
What happens? Ladies, it's for you. Which of the two of you does more things that you really don't like to do? You or your husband? Now, that's a good question. Think it over, ladies. We'll find out. Off you go. Which of the two of you does more things that you really don't like to do? And we'll start with you, George, since you've batting 1,000 here.
Oh, God, it's just not my day here with the bananas. I mean, I'm trying.
Who knows what can happen?
Regardless of what happens, don't worry, my wife's allowance will be given to you.
Well, how far are they going to go in $6?
I would say that, what is the question?
Which of the two of you does more things that you really don't like to
Well,
do?
in truth, she has a lot of little things that she has to do that really isn't fair, that she doesn't really like on a day-to-day level, but I've had to compromise my career.
Oh, really, George? Oh, you want to tell us about it?
Well, no, as long as I get my ducky back. I would say that she would probably say me because she would probably say me because she wants me to feel good, but in fact, she honestly, in her heart of hearts, I would say her.
Okay.
And I would say she has to do more things that she doesn't like, except she knows me well enough to know that I probably will say
Thank
the
you,
right
George.
thing. It's me. I have to do more
We're
things.
switching it to you.
Yes.
All right, all right.
Last minute. Last minute.
Okay, it's you.
Yes.
Don't say a word now. If you give it away, we have to throw it out. Here she comes. Alana, which of the two of you does more things that you really don't like to do?
George.
That's it!
Yeah,
It's
I
so
knew that
funny.
because he's always complaining about going out to dinner and going to
Yes.
parties and things. I knew that one.
Right. Oh, you did? I saw your face. You were thinking, oh,
But
I
I
don't
just
know.
thought some way, I haven't gotten any right so far, so
Well,
I figured
you're right
somehow
this
he'd,
Okay, thanks, darling. We'll be calling you Sky. This is Penny.
Thank
Goodbye,
you.
George.
All right. Calvin, what will Susan say?
Well, I think she'll say me.
She will?
I think definitely.
What do you have to do that you don't like to do?
Well, that's a hard question.
Somebody in the
You know,
banana section
I
said
think
empty the
the things
trash.
that she does, and I think that she has a lot of fun in what she does. So
Right.
I'll say myself.
You're the one.
Yeah.
Here she comes. Susan, between you and Calvin, which one of you has to do more things that you really don't want to do?
That's the tough thing, because we both have to do a lot of things that we don't want to do, but I
Or
have
like-
to say that it's me.
No, that's not what Calvin said. Oh, now it gets interesting. Sorry about that. Alan gets one. Alan, if you get this right, you got it, sir. If you don't, George and Alana will come from zero
I
to
know.
win it. And
I
that
know,
has
and
only
they're
happened
so
once
competitive.
before.
Quickly, I'll tell you quickly, I will say this much. Yes. I don't know. I have no idea. Betty doesn't like to do more things than I don't like, and I like to do. If Betty is honest, she will say that she does more things that she doesn't like to do than I do. If
Okay.
she's honest.
You
What is
say
she-
it's her.
I say Betty.
Here she comes. Not a word now. Not a word. Betty, this will decide the game. And we have a very interesting situation out here because George and Alana have got it correct. And they can get the whole pot and come from zero to win. If, however, you miss. Now, the question is, which of the two of you does more things that you really don't like to do, you or Alan?
See, Alan is such an animal. And my duties as a wife. No, listen, I tell you what. I really, in all honesty, think, as sweet a guy as he is, I think I do more things I don't like.
It was close. We'll be back in a moment to let you know. Just how much Betty and Alan have won. Don't go away. What a pity.
Does your back... Stay tuned to find out how to get 100 rolls of premium 35mm film for free. Do your family photos come out looking like this or like this? Get the complete picture with the amazing panoramic camera, another great product from As Seen on TV. Never miss a shot again. It's perfect for shooting dramatic, wide-angle shots like landscapes, group photos, vacation scenes, sporting events. Make no mistake, this is not a disposable camera. It's a real camera, outfitted with all the extras, plus a panoramic lens that doubles the width or height of pictures. The panoramic camera is bargain priced at just $19.95 and comes with a 1-year money-back guarantee. Best of all, it does not use special film. It uses 35mm film. And if you call in the next 10 minutes, you'll receive 100 rolls of premium 35mm film for free. Don't wait. Supplies are limited. Call now.
To order your panoramic camera plus 100 rolls of film free for only $19.95 plus $4.95 delivery, use your credit card and call 1-800-578-7242.
And now, a poem from Nipsey Russell.
The opposite of pro is con. That fact is clearly seen. If progress means move forward, then what does Congress mean?
Nipsey Russell, television's poet laureate, appearing just about every day on Game Show Network.
And the red section with Betty and Alan, $375. We had $1,375 for the red section. Thank you to all of you for spending. Goodbye, everybody. See you next time on Tattletales.
This is Gene Wood speaking for Tattletales. A Mark Dixon, Bill Todman production.